See, I was talking yesterday on TikTok about how like guys that are born good looking, it just dating just kind of comes easily for them. Oftentimes, getting girls, it all just kind of makes sense for them. Because you got to think like, a good looking guy, he's had a lot of good, positive, social feedback. It's a lot. Usually, times it's easier to interact with people if you're, a good looking guy, taller, in good shape too. And that's the thing I touched on. If you're a 6 foot guy, like if you're 6 feet tall, fairly good looking, and then you get into good shape, you're automatically in like a top percentage category. Because, if you're 6'2", you're taller than 90% of the population. So if you're even like 6 foot, 6'1", and in good shape, that right there, should by knowing those couple things, that automatically should put you in the top 15-20% of men on earth, probably maybe close to top 5, top 10%. So but yeah, that was the other thing we discussed is oftentimes you'll see like an attractive good looking guy with a girl that's just not as attractive, not as cute, a girl that's just kind of decent looking, a girl that, or oftentimes guys will say he could probably do better, maybe get a girl a little better looking, a little more, close to his, comparable to his league, if you will, as far as looks goes. But oftentimes those guys just choose to stay with a girl that's kind of cute just because, like, they don't. That girl probably, really pedestalizes him, really has a lot of respect for him, really understands that, he is her best option. A lot of guys that are pretty good looking will just stay with a girl that's, probably, as far as looks concerned, maybe a point or two lower. So I find that, that's interesting. I guess that doesn't happen often. I think what's interesting is I think a lot of people would agree that most people date relative to their level of attractiveness. So say one guy's most people would say he's a 7 and he's with a girl. Most people would say that girl's 6, 7. Most people would agree with that. But oftentimes what's happening is the girl in her eyes views that guy as 2 points higher, because that's kind of the general rule of dating is, because women get with men that are, a point or two above them. So oftentimes, say if you see a girl that's a 6, she's going to want a guy that's at least an 8. Or if you see a girl that's a 5, she's going to want a guy that's at least a 7. Or a girl that's a 4, she's going to want to be a guy that's a 6. You get to kind of catch my drift here. So yeah, that's the thing. A lot of guys, even if, a lot of guys say a guy in his mind thinks, or I don't know, say a guy in his mind thinks that, his girl's on his level of attractiveness. Oftentimes in her mind, she views him as at least 2 points higher. That's let's say if she's, super into him, he's her best option, she's fully attracted to him, has a respect for him, then oftentimes, I'd say not even oftentimes, I'd say 99% of the time, she views him as 2 points higher.